All right, when you get to the last part here, it talks about, summing things up and talking about all the different arithmetic operators and comments, etc. Uh, Having a space for the white space that shows up here. One of the things you do want to be careful of is that they don't uh, they don't output anything here. So as you take a look at these three, if I go through and I save and I submit the code, it shows up as none, like nothing showed up. It says congratulations, you finished. Okay, that's great, but nothing showed up on the screen. Um, Any guesses why nothing showed up on the screen? I mean, all this is right, right? Hmm. If we were in class, I'd see a hand go up and I say, well, we haven't printed anything out. So that's true. So if I go down here and I type in print and I type in Monty and I close out of this and I rerun this again, it's going to show me what that value was. What a concept. So if I go down here and I do the same thing, I close out of this and run it again. Now we've got true 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if we run this and then do the same thing again, so print, in this case is Monty Python, and then run this again, we get all these different values here, 1.5, that's the square root of that. I don't know that it is, I don't know if that's correct, but Python squared. Oh, yeah, 1.34, that was, okay, so that is right, isn't it? Python times Python. That's a good question. I don't know if the calculation is right or not. It doesn't look right. I would think it would be, oh, yeah, because it's 1.1 times, or 1.2 times 1.2. Yep, so that works. Or does it? That's really going to bug me now. Anyway, so this is how it outputs to the screen. So when you get to the last part here, when you go to run this, and it just shows you nothing. Yeah, it's because you didn't print anything out. These are things that don't necessarily have to be. This is just for humans. So the computer doesn't care. You don't have to have any of this. Those values actually worked. I mean, they actually were submitted correctly. I mean, this is right. It's just a matter of it not showing you at the end. And that's what computers do. Computers say like, okay, well, I've got this value of Monty being true. I'm going to hold on to this information until I'm asked for it again. Well, it might not get asked for it again for the entire program, or it might be the end of the program when it gets asked for it again, or it might be asked for it on the next line. You never really know. So as you go through these, understand that that print command, that's the only way you get anything to come out to the screen. Otherwise, the computer just holds on to that information, and it's not necessarily hiding it, it's just got it. So when it goes into its container, that container is closed, and it sits there and it holds on to it until it's called for. And then when it's called for, it might print to the screen or not, but it's not going to print to the screen unless you specifically tell it to. That's one thing about computers. They're not going to do anything automatically for the most part. You have to very specifically tell them to do it. So if you got through this far, the section 1, that's good stuff. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this offline.